Hey guys, welcome to Hello Life with Coco. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. You know, the weekend was just the weekend, and it's already into something else now. But okay, we gonna take it as it is. We ain't gonna complain, right? I'm not sure if I put this on to the right podcast or not. I'm trying to see. But hopefully it's on Hello Life. And welcome to Hello Life. I'm Coco. And what we doing today is a 30-minute clean. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time to go get y'all stuff together. Whether you got to get a broom, you need to wash your wall, whatever it is that you have not done and been just dreading to do, now is your time to do it. Oh my God. All this rain done caused some mold. I'm just not seeing this, y'all. Oh my goodness. This isn't good. Oh, this don't look good. I just walked through my bathroom and saw it. That don't look good at all right there. That rain be doing some damage. Okay. My goal is to get up some bags of trash. I do have some boxes I need to tear down too. So let me pull all this stuff out of my way. So I can get these bags filled up. I'm in a bit of pain today, unfortunately. Yep. Having a few breathing difficulties, but I'm gonna still try to do what I need to do. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is here to do it for me. You know, it just really gets on my nerve sometimes how trash is just, I don't know. I just know my life would be better if these people would leave me alone. Who all of a sudden decided that I don't deserve to have a nice home or a clean home, you know. But I ain't gonna get on that. Okay, y'all. Y'all ready to get started here? It's time. Alright, so I'm getting started with the trash I have in front of me. Got some Amazon packages and need to tear down these boxes. But one thing we ain't finna do is let these boxes get stacked up again. I had a good weekend. I did something that I really didn't plan on doing. I said this month here is my month to do things and don't plan nothing, just go. And that's what I did. I ended up going to a quartet production anniversary this weekend, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I hadn't been in a long time to celebrate with anybody, so this here was much needed. I knew the woman whose anniversary it was, but I hadn't seen them in a long time. They used to come to our church and sing long time ago. I didn't know they were doing quartet programs. And that place was in the woods, y'all. It was in there. I thought I was in the woods. No. I'm uptown compared to where that place was. I'm in town. Because see, I can go and I can drive like 3-4 minutes away, and I'm near a store or, you know, near the town hall, police station. But down there, nothing but woods. Alright, I almost got my second bag ready. Tomorrow's trash day as well. I apologize for that, y'all. My children are messing with my Wi-Fi again. I just call them all my children because I don't know who's doing what. They keep blocking my signals. Okay, let's see that. I need that. But yeah, sometimes the medication will let you work, and then sometimes you just be too tired. Now, like today, I'm okay today, but I haven't taken a lot of medicine either, so I got some pain going on. Alright, I think this bag is full enough. So there are several people trying to help me get into therapy right now for this binge eating. Okay, y'all hear what I said now? It's for binge eating. It ain't. And I do have some anxiety going on with food. That's all it is. It's not for anything like major depressions or anything like that. But sometimes we need help with our eating habits. And that's what I'm on a quest to find out, is how can I need to help with changing my eating habits. You know, sometimes we know what to do, but it takes hearing it from somebody else. I know I was told to eat less. But really, I do need to eat more, because like today, I haven't really even ate anything. I ain't bragging on that because that ain't good at all. This is my 4th week on Mounjaro, the shot. And today's the first day I really haven't ate anything. I did fix something to eat, but when I went to eat it, now here comes the food anxiety. Because I went to go eat it, and my pizza, it didn't taste right. And it burnt my tongue for a long time. I mean, it was bitter, and I had something else similar that tasted like that the other day, where it was bitter. Now, is that with any other food? Not so far, not yet. None of the other foods that in here taste like that. It was just that and that other food that I ate the other day. So I don't think that's anything mental, but it does cause concern, you know, for me, because like I always tell people, you know, I'm not lying about people breaking in my home. They do, and they do what they want to do. And that sometimes includes, you know, tampering with my food. I can't say the word I want to say, but tampering with my food, it includes that. Turn down boxes now, so if y'all hear it, that's what it is. And at this point in life, I don't trust a lot of people. You know what, though? I'll deal with people. I'm not isolating myself from people. I'll deal with people, but as far as trust goes, no. You got this. Once I see who you are, I have to believe you. Now, if Maya Angelou ever said anything right, she said that right. Once they show you who they are, believe them. So now that I'm seeing who people are, I believe you. See, before I thought that it was just me, or maybe I was, you know, just placing people wrong, or maybe I was overthinking about people, how I felt about them. I was like, maybe it's a me problem. So I started blaming me for how others were treating me. And then when I got older, up into these years here that I'm at now in my 40s, I realized, hey, all that ain't me. Some of that really is them people being mean, deceiving, deceitful. And that's when I learned, you know, they showed me who they was. I was the one refused to believe it. I was the one walking around here talking about, oh, everybody got some good in them. Just see the good in them. That's before. That's how I used to think before. And it takes a long time to get out of thinking like that. But the truth is, everybody does not have good in them. Everybody is not a child of God. Everybody, God is not their father. So that's not true. What I programmed myself with was to see the good in everybody, because I got tired of seeing the bad in everybody. But the truth is, once they start showing you, you can either believe them or you can get, fooled. Y'all keep working. We ain't done working yet. We got to keep going. Keep going. I want to try to get one bag. Let me get these counters cleaned off first, and then we'll see if I can get to... get some stuff out of the cabinet, because I want to go ahead and start doing that again, getting things out of the cabinet. But so far I am at a good pace. Yeah, back on top of it. Another thing that I noticed when I was a young girl, or a younger woman, with my own home, even in my own home, I noticed that I would let people come in and dictate what I would eat for the day. They would, tell me how to put things in my home. And my little self, I'm like, maybe they do know what's best. Not realizing that they won't even take care of their own home. So how in the world were they here telling me about my home and what needed to be done? And they won't do nothing with their own home. Oh, let's move this out of the way. So I started learning that the only reason why they were telling me what needed to be done with my home was because they were making fun of me or jealous and envy and wanted to make my home seem like it was a bad home. But it wasn't. My home wasn't bad as they were saying. And I believed them just because of who they were. Just because they were family. I believed everything they were saying. I don't think I need to eat no more in here. Go ahead and throw that away. Ooh, that's another thing too, y'all. I used to have problems with I don't like to waste money. So I would have a problem with throwing things away that should have been thrown away. Just trying to hold on to it till the very end of the end. That was a big problem I used to have too. And that's why I would overeat. I would overeat because I didn't want to waste money. I grew up being taught, don't waste money. So I didn't want to waste money. I grew up with the saving the grease in the baking can. In the oil, in the oil can. After you get through using the Crisco oil thing, we fill it back up with baking oil. That's the era I grew up in. Now, as I got older, I stopped doing it, and there was one reason why I stopped doing it, because I stopped eating bacon like that. Because out of all that saving I was doing, I was also giving myself high blood pressure. So that's why I had to stop with that. Alright, we're working this thing. I got table, counter. I may still be able to get something in there. Yeah, I had to stop with that. That was just out of hand. I had all kind of baking jars and cans saved up, and this whole time it's just not good for my health. So I stopped with that years ago. Okay, let's get this down. I'm wiping down the table. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I gotta put these pads back on my table. getting there. Yeah, I just had to start seeing the ugly for what it really was. When people say I can't unsee what I saw, that's how I am now. I can't unsee you. You want me to see you as a preacher, a teacher, or a lover. I can't see you as that. Once you show me how bad you are, it's hard to unsee that. And when I was unseeing it, it was causing pain to me, emotional pain to me. When I tried to look past what people were doing to me, I was the one ended up with the emotional pain, and they ended up gaining finances off of me. Whatever they wanted or needed, they gained from me. Free work, cheap work, cheap manual labor. I was like, goodness gracious, girl. But I didn't realize how sick I was in the head myself. The reason why I couldn't, get past all that. I let them do that. Because I didn't know better. But now that we know better, we taking charge of our life and we doing what we need to do. To maintain our spiritual freedom and to just not let people use and manipulate us like that. Oh, what the world? I don't know what I'm doing right here. Try to clear out this stuff. Trying to clean it out. Let's go ahead and get that out. I got more done than I thought I would. I think I'm going to tie this bag up. This bag is done. I got 1, 2. Because y'all know I was in the bedroom first. I had to get the trash out the bedroom. About time that air cut off. I'm saying that, but while I'm saying that, I'm also starting to sweat already. I need to stop. Okay, let me see here. Ooh, touch something wet. Okay. Yep. I'm trying to see the best in people. I'm not just trying to write people off and be like, well, maybe I'm just too good for them or something like that. No. People have been, for the love of money, they'll treat you any kind of way. And that's what happened. When I got blacklisted, I realized that if they not really in the true family of God, then they really not the family that you're going to be looking for. I mean, no, hold up. Let me say it right. The true family of God loves unconditionally. They do not play this worldly game stuff, this manipulation and all that. The true family of God don't have to do all that, because we already know if we can't restore our sister or brother, then we don't do nothing at all. We just give it to God, and God does the restoring. Or he tells us what we need to do to help restore that sister or brother who has fallen, but never to manipulate them or put ourselves in the position. Let me tell you, put ourselves in the position of why can't I think of the word? We should never be in that position to sacrifice our faith for this world. So many are sacrificing the faith to fit into the world, but that's not, God hasn't put us there like that. That's the world's opinion of how they want you to operate. So what I'm saying is, so many of my so-called laborers of Christ, you got to know those who labor among you. They join in these organizations that target people out, that single people out. Instead of helping and restoring them, they pick on these people like me. We get harassed for how we live our lives. Of course, I don't have the best house. Of course, my house is not always clean. I can't remember the last time my house was all the way clean. I can't remember when every room in this house was clean, vacuumed, mopped, all that good stuff. When my health started failing, and then when I realized my health was only failing because I was being attacked by real people, not imaginary people. I call them the invisibles because I never see them when they're doing stuff. But I had no idea that this whole time, the reason for a lot of my sicknesses and illnesses and weight gains and losses was being dictated by these people who don't like me. And then when I started going back to church, I started realizing that even down to preachers were preaching on topics. No. When I first realized that they had cameras set up in my home, I still don't know where they're at, so they're still getting to see everything I do. I had to get used to having my clothes off, all that. I had to just get over it. Really, I had to pull a David. David went through some stuff with Bathsheba, and the things he couldn't deal with, he just had to let God have it and go on about his life. So that's what I had to do. I had to just let God have it. When I first realized people were watching me take a bath, how I was taking off my clothes, and then I would go certain places and they would imitate how I was doing. And even down to my sexual behavior, it was people who was watching, certain things that I do. And, say for instance, like if I met somebody somewhere, I had no idea that people were watching like that. And it was, when I first found out, it was so disgusting. That was enough right there to throw me to my knees. That was enough right there. If I had not sacrificed this body to God, that would have been enough right there to break me down. But because this is God's body, I don't care what you see on it. I don't care what you see on it. It don't bother me now. I have to let it go. It's either let it go or let it bring you down. And I chose to let it go and accept whatever consequences coming behind this. It's not of God. I do know that. This ain't God's will for my life. So I'm not worried about it. I started out being worried about it, but now I'm starting to see everything that's happening is not just happening. I just brought a brand new table. Brand new table. And it's already the first day. It got messed up. It's still getting messed up to right now. Anything that I buy, use, anything I do, it's used against me. It's magnified. That's what I heard one person call it. It's magnified 10 times against me than what say, let me give you an example, another example. Say for example, if I like to watch sports videos. Well, once these people find out that I like to watch sports videos, they start sending a lot of sports things. Say if I wear certain colors. Now everybody got to wear a certain color. When I went to this program Sunday, or was it Saturday? Saturday. When I went to this program, I didn't tell nobody where I was going. Not even family. I'm done with them talking to them about things I do. They can't help me no way. So I don't talk to them no more about places I'm going and things like that, because I've seen them even do things. So when I left, I didn't tell nobody nothing. I didn't even really know I was going either. The Lord just let my heart go. So I didn't even know I was going. But anyways, when I left, and went down there because nobody knew I was coming. For the first few moments I was there, I didn't get to see none of the harassment techniques that's usually done. I mean, none. I didn't get to see none of them. Nobody, wore their pocketbook like the way I wear mine or tried to dress like me or anything. None of that. But now, if I would have been putting on Facebook, this is where I'm going. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be there. Oh, man. It would have been so many people down in there dressed like me and trying to act like me. It would have been sure harassment. Now, however, after sitting there a while, and people got their texts, they got their notification that I was in their area, and they saw what I looked like. Oh, man. Whew. They kept walking around me. The area where I was sitting at, I always sit at the back. Sometimes I do, and it's just an easier exit for me. And actually, that's just how I came up, was always sitting at the back, growing up. Don't ask me why, but it won't broke for me, so I ain't trying to fix it. So I still sat at the back. So me sitting at the back, when I first go in, because the notification goes off, I go in and all of a sudden people start coming out of the building and they are looking around trying to find my car. And when they finally locate where my car is parked at, they I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they send a picture of me or what, or the car. They gotta send a picture because everybody don't know me. And anyway, they come outside and they'll stand around my car, or a lot of them will walk into the building like they got absolutely no other place to walk, so they got to walk by my car. That's what they did. They walked by my car, and it was a lot of them just kept walking by my car. Despite all the room there is there, they wanted to make sure that I saw them. Now, my human behavior mind wanted to cuss them out. See, I used to be a cusser back in the day. Real bad cusser. MF this, MF that. That mind wanted to go off. It wanted to cut up real bad because of what I saw people doing to me again and again. This happens everywhere I go. But no, this time I walked in with the confidence of God. I didn't care. If God sent me there, I knew He was going to take care of me. I get in there, and I pay my money to get in, and the woman acts like she cannot get the wristband on around my arm. Just got to make it look like it's a problem. Got to draw attention is what it's called. I was like, okay, I've been through this several times before, so I let that be. Y'all keep cleaning. Don't stop, because I ain't stopped cleaning. I'm picking up stuff on the side of the floor. So I let them go and have their little happy moment of trying to make me feel like it's such a big deal to get this arm bracelet on. No problem. Been there, done that before. Around me and look and stare at me and make these mean facial expressions. Then they leave. Then another set of people come sit around me. Act like they really so into the phone. And then they leave. Then somebody else comes to sit around me. And then the next time, they start sending children up to grab the chairs that are around me. Then these other adults start coming up, grabbing chairs from around me. So by the time they get finished, guess who don't have no other chairs sitting around them? Me. I'm sitting in this one area that's isolated off from the rest of everybody else. And there's no chairs around me for other people to sit, because they moved them. However, towards the end, some people did come back and sit in front of me. But the immediate chairs that were beside me, they moved all those away from me. so nobody could sit there. And that was nothing new because it happened to me at the basketball game. That happened to me I was at the basketball game. That happened to me at the beach. So I knew they were going to move away from me. It didn't matter. Because I knew who I was too. I knew I went with the confidence of God, upon me. The Spirit of the Lord upon me. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going even now. Even, keep picking this stuff up. I know I got help pastors that are out here preaching the gospel. Looking like you know the gospel. Jumping up and down. Blowing breath like you God. One of these days your breath going to be snatched too. This is why I don't worry about it. Because, and at the same time I say I don't worry about it, I don't mind talking about it because awareness is key to a lot of things. A lot of you just aren't aware to how much damage that this type of behavior does to a person. They do this to people when they want you to off yourself. That's why they do that. When I see my kids doing that junk, and I seen other family members doing it, I said, dang, this many people want me gone? This many people in my family really want me gone, even down to my own. And they can't tell me they're not part of it because I can look and see. I see what you're doing to me. I know how you make me feel. I know how I used to feel before I was on the blacklist. And now that I'm on the blacklist, I'm not welcome to none of these Negro houses. So I know. And even if I got an invite, do you think I want to come and see my own apartment? Or you think I want to come and see my own home? What I mean by that is most of them have fixed their homes up now to look like the way I got my homes. Whatever I got sitting in my home, that's the way they're going to have sitting in their home to let me know that they are watching. Y'all, I got my 30 minutes done. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 bags. 5, 6. I might should do something else, y'all. I don't feel like I got enough bags. But yeah, I wouldn't want to come to nobody's house like that. What you want me to say? Oh, I got that in my house too. That's the way I got mine sitting in my house. No, I'm not going to say that because that's not the case. The case is, it's an intimidation tactic. It's a psychological tactic. So no, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's what I got at my house too. No, I'm gonna look at you like I'm crazy. Then I'm gonna get from around you. I ain't gotta be up under you. Ooh, what am I got here? What do I got here? I got a lot of things back here I need to get. Oh, y'all. I'm gonna keep it going, y'all. I got an area here I need to sweep to get some trash from. But yeah, just because you have what I have in my home, just because you see what I go through on a day-to-day basis, that's on you. You the one got to deal with how you treat me. You the one got to lay down at night. So as my birthday is coming up, Lord willing, it ain't too much I want for my birthday that man can give me. Because I don't have any true friends. I don't have any true family. So that is hard to... Oh, Lord. See if I can throw that in there. So it's hard to say what I really want. And to be honest, I just want God to let me know what does He want me to have. Because whatever He wants me to have, that's what's going to last. Not all this other stuff. I know one thing I would like to have. A better feeling back. Still going, y'all. Still going. These grunts and things are real. Real pain, real pain. I think this is gonna do it. I'm going to end this by saying that living off traumatized pieces of our life, it's hard to function. It's hard to clean up. It's hard to be healthy. It's hard to think what needs to be done today, what needs to be done tomorrow. I found that making a list helps me to stay on track. Some days it's even hard to think, do I need to eat? What do I need to eat? Because trauma can steal life away from you if you let it. And this is why I don't have no problem letting family go. I don't have no problem at all with letting friends go. Strangers, whoever I need to let go of. I do it not because I don't love them, but because I can't keep letting them beat on me like that emotionally, because it takes so much from you. I can't let you keep doing that to me. I mean, if that's the game you like to play, I have to let you play by yourself. And that's how it's got to be. When my house was messed up, I had so many family members that just always got on to me about what I need to do, But then when I would go to their house, I'd be like, dang, you talk all that junk about me, and here you is sitting up in a hog pen yourself. The very same ones were telling me what I need to do in relationships. You know why I couldn't do what I need to do in my relationship? Because every time I looked at them, their relationship won't no better. And being single, I can sit back and look at that now. And how can the blind lead the blind? It's impossible to do. It's impossible. The blind leading the blind. How can you teach me scripture when you don't even believe in scripture? You just know how to quote it. That kind of thing is impossible. How can you teach me to be bold for Christ when you sitting there using the world to make yourself look good? You ain't even using the Christ-like image. You're using the world's image to get attention to people. So you see, all that plays into how a person lives their life, but it starts at home. It starts at home. No matter what plays outside of your home, the majority of it starts at home. And that's why I think in May is when I started doing this podcast on a regular, getting up, cleaning up. Because it just got to a place where God was working with me. He was dealing with me. You need to clean your home so you can tell who's coming in and out. Once you start cleaning your home up, listen now, this is your physical, your spiritual, your physical house and your spiritual house. Once you start cleaning it up, getting things out, that clutter out of you, you can look clearly and see who's doing what. You can see who's trying to work the roots or plant things in your home, that devices and things that are to, just like then I had a tick. You could tell those who are planting things in your home once you start cleaning it out. But if you got too much stuff in your house, you can't tell who doing what to you. What I mean by that, if you got too many hurts in your heart that you haven't dealt with, then you can't tell which direction that the hurt is coming from right now. You can't tell if you got so much of it in you. If nothing ever has a conclusion, then it's an ongoing thing. And the more it keeps going on, the more it beats you down in your brain. Your brain begins to shrink and those cells die off from all that emotional abuse. People, they can lose true reality because of what somebody else is doing to them games. And it's really not a game. It's really a tactic to get you to hurt yourself, to unalive yourself, or to unalive somebody else. That's really what it is. It's really a mission that somebody is on to see you slowly unalive. But the devil is a liar. I speak life and life more abundantly, and I speak it boldly, as my brother and Apostle Paul spoke back in the Bible days. Nothing can keep me from the love of God, and certainly not you hypocrites that are out here false teaching and trying to look the part, but you don't even look. You know what? Let me tell you something. To a person who is really in contact with God, a real believer, who been through high waters and hell, but still, God, I trust you. They beat me down, and God, I don't even see you. I ain't even heard from you. But God, I still trust you. That kind of person right there can look at a person straight in their eyes and tell who they are. Now, see, I can't sit around people because I be done saying something. And it ain't my job, right? That's not the assignment God got me on. So I have to know when to speak and when not to speak. Now, that's something he worked with me on, too. Because I can sit right there and look at a person's eyes and see the coldness in the back of their eyes. You think I want to eat from your hand? Let me see you eat it first. Let me see you do it first. Some of what you giving me, you take a bite of it. If you giving me love, you show yourself love first. Because if you really loved yourself, you wouldn't hurt nobody else, emotionally or physically. Because when you love yourself, there's no desire to hate anybody. If anything, there's a desire to help others see how to love themselves. I mean, when I came out of that toxic relationship I was in, the first thing I thought about was other women. What about these other women that are out here going through the same thing? How people want who I thought they was. Some of us parents, the best thing we can do for our children is just keep praying for them and keep loving on them. And sometimes that means from a distance. Because for us. That's why I ain't never say nothing. I saw who was doing things to me. I saw what you were doing. I had to learn to stop eating from the evil hands. Pretending like you love me. You don't even love yourself enough to get up out of a toxic relationship. How in the heck you call yourself loving me? You don't even love yourself enough to leave a toxic church. You can't even tell you being manipulated. So how in the world is you trying to help? Here we go.